Okay, here we go. All right, hey guys. So this is a behind the scenes video on how I edit my videos. So I'm just going to do a little voiceover as I am talking about how I edit this video. This one I'm doing right now is my stale movie review of Life Force that Kevin requested. So I don't know what I'm doing right now. Obviously, I'm recording this after I've gone and edited it. I don't know. I guess I was just giving myself time for an intro. So hopefully this is interesting. I'm not going to go into too detail on what I'm doing just because this isn't a tutorial. If you want one, I guess I can record one. Although I'm not an expert. I've said that many, many times. Actually, I'm just going to make sure. Crap. I don't think this is going to be muted. Well, I'll mute it when I go to... Oh, wait, I can mute it right now. Okay, hold on. I'm just going to mute this really quick. There we go. All right. So right now I'm just getting all of my stuff in Adobe. And I didn't realize when I was screen capturing, I'm just screen capturing Adobe Premiere Pro and not any other window. So it looks like I am pulling these clips out of thin air. In reality, there's another window open over Premiere Pro right now. It's just, like my files. I'm going through all like my video files, picture files and stuff that I use for videos, music files. Sorry, didn't think about that. That's why I'm not doing a tutorial because I am not an expert. Yep, so it looks like I'm just pulling shit out of thin air right now, but I'm not. They're coming from my files. Okay, and this is me getting started. So basically what I do when you select a clip, there's like two windows, and I don't know the names of any windows. This is the source panel up in the left. And what I do is like I'm just playing the raw video file and just putting the clip in and out. Like you literally just hit I and O for where you want the clip to start and where you want it to end. And then after you just select in and out, you just drag it over. I'm going fast here. Okay. And I'm kind of a lazy girl. I don't like to go back and do things. So as I go, I drag in my background music. So you'll see as I add in clips, once I get to the end of my music, I just go ahead and add in another track. So that way I don't have to go back at the end and add in all the music tracks. I'm lazy. And you just saw me put in my intro and everything. And you'll get to see me edit. I don't think I'm going to have the sound up for this because it would just be too much if you're hearing what I'm editing and then me talking over it. So plus you'd probably get tired of the sound of my voice, honestly, like hearing two me's talking. I get tired of it too. But this is just me dragging everything in, doing my usual stuff. I have some little clips of like the glitchy sounds that I use for pictures and transitions, which is what I'm doing right now because I'm adding in my Patreon image that has all y'all's names on it. I just get my sound clips. I used to get them from Audio Blocks, but they're quite expensive. And it's a separate subscription for like their video stuff, like their stock video and effects and things like that. So I switched to Footage Crate. This is not sponsored at all. But I think, don't quote me on this, I think it's only $50 for like their premium package a year, $50 a year for their premium package. And that includes like effects, music, and sound effects. So I switched to that because it's just a little bit more cost effective. Whereas Audio Blocks is like $100 a year. And that's just for audio, like music and sound effects. And I just found myself in the market for like some transition-y type stuff as well. So, yeah, so what I'm doing right now is adding a wave warp effect to this picture, and that's how I get the little like glitchy effect. It doesn't really look like a glitch until I add the sound effect with it, I don't think. I mean, like I said, I can do a tutorial on how I do this if y'all really want. I'm not an expert, honestly. Sorry if you hear noises in the background. Honestly, it would probably just be more effective for me to share the tutorial that I got this off of with you guys. Because, yeah, when I do get questions on how I edit or how I come up with effects like that, I literally just like in my head, I know what I want the effect to be. I want it to do this. I want it to glitch in and out like that picture just did, like it does on all my videos. And I just Google how to make glitch effect in Adobe Premiere Pro. Like literally any effect I've ever learned, that's just what I do. I just Google the effect I want in the program I'm using, and that's how I find it. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Hold on. This is an ASMR video. I don't have a good enough microphone for that. Also, I find ASMR of people eating disgusting. Does anyone else find that disgusting? Okay, that's off topic. All right, so I'm still just going. Yeah, I mean, I kind of have a formula down now for my editing. So I usually like intro it, do the Patreon thank you, and then I usually will summarize the video, which is what I'm doing right now. And I'm just straight up reading off of my notes because I know I'm going to overlay the trailer or clips from the movie on top of it. So what I do for that is I use XSplit to just like record, kind of just like screen capture pretty much, all of the clips I'm going to need for that week. So when I write my notes, I write down what clips I'm going to need. Usually it's a trailer for each movie that I'm reviewing. And then within my notes, if I'm talking about something that I can visually show while I'm talking, like a special effect or something like that, I'll also write that in my notes and try and find a clip of that. So I just do it all in one XSplit recording, and then I take it and edit it to kind of create that VHS effect that you'll see me do with my transitions, with my likes and dislikes, how it gets all like glitchy and like I think it looks like a VHS. That was my goal. I just go ahead and do that to that whole XSplit recording, so it's just all one recording. So in all of my movie reviews, I have my raw footage of me talking, and then I have the huge file of all of my recordings for that week. So it's just all in one recording. It's easier. I'm a lazy girl. You will if you haven't figured that out already, lazy is my aesthetic. So that's what this is. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if what I'm talking about makes any sense. So I just kind of like scroll through and find the movie that I'm reviewing to pull the clip out. And then I just add in other effects, because you'll see during my transitions, like making that little VHS effect is kind of tedious. So it's just easier if I can get part of it out of the way right now. Okay, so right now I'm just adding text. Not that it really helps for avoiding copyright claims, but I like to add the source of where I got the video and the film source. So the video source is just literally whose YouTube channel I took it from. And the film source is obviously who like owns the rights to the movie. So it's usually, like for example, Universal, Lionsgate, whatever. And if anyone's curious, I use a font from Adobe Typekit. It's called Chinese Rocks, I think, or Chinese Rock or something like that. That is the font. I like it. It's just like, it's clear. You can read it clearly, but it looks a little bit like distorted and, just a little funky and creepy looking. I don't know. I'm very into like distortions and stuff. Like I feel like I'm copying Spooky Astronauts, because I feel like right when I switched my stuff, like I realized she had been doing like glitchy stuff too, and I was like, damn it, everyone's gonna think I'm copying her. It just fits me because I don't know how to edit stuff like really nicely and cleanly or make really cool graphics, and distorting stuff is easy because you can make it look messy, and that's part of it. All I did there was I just added a blur to the text. Sorry, I shouldn't do voiceovers because I'm not good at staying on topic. So what I did there is I just added a new adjustment layer, and what's cool about that is you can add the effects to the adjustment layer, and everything underneath that adjustment layer takes on that effect. So that just saves you the time of like adding the same effect to like the 4 or 5 different clips you have underneath it, when you can just do it on one and put it above everything you want it to put an effect on. So what I'm doing is just doing a wave warp to get like that cool kind of like VHS like line that goes down through the clip. I mean, I'm sure you see it when you watch my videos, and then I'm just adding some noise to it, which is kind of like a grain, like it makes a grainy effect. Again, if anybody is interested, I can just link the tutorial that I got this from, because that is where I got it. And now we're just back to editing the video. I probably will speed up during parts and slow down, because obviously there's only so much I can talk about. Although I was tempted to just leave it, the length that it is, so you can kind of get an idea of how long it takes for me to edit a video. But then I was like, oh, but it takes me like an hour to edit a video, so that probably wouldn't be very entertaining. So I'll probably start fast forwarding here in a second, because I realized I wanted to put up some images while I was talking, and I didn't already have them, so I have to go to the internet to get them. And now that I know that my other my other screens did not take on the recording, it's just going to look like I'm frozen on Adobe anyway. So I'm probably just going to fast forward right now, because it looks like I've gone to the internet. And I'll be back in a second. Okay, so as you can see, I sped through a lot of that. Yeah, I mean, for the images, I just did the same exact thing I did to the Patreon images. So yeah, that's all I did. So right now what I'm doing is what I do to the trailers and clips to kind of create that VHS effect. Yeah, I mean, again, it's probably just easier for me to link you to the tutorial that I used, because it's a little bit tedious. But as you can see, I'm just showing it right now. I'll speed through the other portions because it is a bit tedious to do to every single clip. So basically what you do is you change in the effects of the clip, you change it to linear dodge add. I don't know what that means. And then you add an effect, which is color balance RGB. And then you copy that clip 3 times, and then you just change it so it's like red, green, and blue. So you change each one where one clip red is all the way up and all the other colors are down. The next one green is all the way up and all the other colors are down, if that makes sense. I don't know. I honestly don't know 100% what it means. And then I just select 2 clips and kind of drag them off center a little bit to kind of create that almost like that 3D effect where it's like you have like a blue image in a red image. So that's what I do to all my trailers and clips as well. And it's just easier to do that all in once instead of doing it each time for each trailer, for each video. I don't know if any of this is making sense. And I'm just dragging, I copy and pasted that adjustment layer from earlier, just using the same thing. And then I just add a text layer that says likes. And this is the little glitchy transition that I've created where I just repeat. I literally just copy and paste a clip of me saying what I liked in each video and repeat it, so it sounds kind of like glitchy, I guess. I don't know, I think it looks cool. I don't know, but like I said, the fun thing about like glitchy stuff is you can make it messy, and that's just kind of part of the aesthetic. So if you're not perfect at editing like me, it's totally worth it to do that, I think. And then the little like glitchy overlay part that goes over it, I just got from Footage Crate again. Same thing with the sound effect that's going to go underneath it. So what I'm doing is I'm just pulling the next clip that's going to go right after it, and then you'll see me take the little like glitch transition that I got from Footage Crate. It's one of their like transition things in the sound effect. Yeah, so you can kind of see it right there, and I'll play it, although the playback was not very smooth when I was editing this video, and I think it was because I was also running XSplit in the background to screen record. So it's like real life glitchy, but yeah, you can kind of see it like pausing and jerking and stuff like that. It's not normally like that when I run the clip back. I think it was just because of XSplit. But yep, so moving, I'm trying to see if soon I'm going to add in my question of the video thing. Oh no, I'm just doing one of the, what I think is a comical, whenever I say something funny or off the cuff, I guess I do a little zoom in. That's become the style now on YouTube, I think. Just like that little like random zoom in or whatever, whenever you say something funny. I don't know. I'm just going with the trends, guys. Okay, I'll probably speed through this part. Let's see if I can do it. No, I probably shouldn't do it while I'm recording because I'm just editing clips together, and when I see myself get to question of the video, I will stop again. Okay, so as you saw, I was speeding through me editing all the way through my likes, and I did my dislikes graphic again, which is the same exact thing for the likes, and now I'm just adding a text layer same font and everything. I add a little blur effect to all my texts as well, where I'm just doing the question of the video. Now, I already made this graphic in After Effects. Again, I can just share the tutorial of how I made it because I literally just followed a tutorial and just modified it slightly for my needs. It was like a cool like neon effect tutorial, so it's nice. The effect's already made. All I have to do is drag it in, and then it's already done exactly how it is with the sound and everything, and then just add the text of the question for each video. So, but that's nice. Yeah, I can just share the tutorial that I used for that with you. And then I'm still going. And you saw previously I added in another clip from the movie. That's an example of, it wasn't from the trailer. I just found a clip from the movie of what I was talking about. Whenever I'm talking about something in the review that I can show visually, I'm trying to do that more. So it's not just an 8-minute video of me talking to the camera with no graphics or anything like that, and just doing pictures was getting a bit boring as well. Although if you just do pictures, it does save you from the hassle of getting copyright claimed on every other video. Which, I mean, it's within fair use, so you can dispute it. If any of you are YouTubers, also just immediately dispute it, and 99% of the time it goes away. There's like that weird 1% every now and then where they don't accept it, which I don't understand because it's fair use. But I always try and keep the clip relevant to what I'm talking about as well. So in the one previous, it was during the little speed up portion during Life Force, you saw the little like emaciated like zombie things, and I was talking about how I thought the effect of that was cool, like the puppetry or animatronic or whatever they used for that in that movie was really cool. I feel like that helps. If I were to get copyright claimed on the video, I would put that as part of my dispute. Like, not only is the video fair use, but the other clips I used, I'm talking about that movie. I'm talking about that part of the movie. The clip is relevant to what I'm talking about. I don't know if that helps, but I mean, I feel like it only, sorry about the noises. I feel like it only adds to my case, I guess, if I'm like, well, the clips I used were relevant to what I was saying in the video. So there's something as well. If you're going to use clips from the movie, try and keep it relevant, like from when you're summarizing, or if you're talking about a specific point in the movie. Yeah. What am I doing now? I don't know. It's just kind of blathering on. I'm just finding more clips. Yeah, I mean, we're kind of getting to the end. I'm in my dislikes. You'll see me add in another clip soon. I don't know where it's gonna go in. I'm just adding more music and adjusting the volume. Let me know if the volume is any better. I don't know, like, I don't edit with headphones, so I can't. A bunch of you guys were telling me it was too loud, so I brought it down, but then I can't hear it at all. Even when I go back and watch my videos, I can't hear it, so I just bumped it up just a smidge, because I mean, my brother made the music. It's cool music, and I want it to be heard at least a little bit. I don't know. Tell me if you notice a difference or if it was good the way it was. I don't know. Not that it'll matter because all my videos this week will be at that volume, but I can always change it for next week, I guess. But yeah, so I mean, I'm looking at this clip right now. This looks like it took me about 45 minutes to edit, like all the raw footage. Although it's probably a little bit more because I did speed up some of the clips, and that condenses the time, obviously. And that's about accurate. It takes me roughly an hour. I normally just clock it at an hour to edit my videos. A lot goes into it. That's why it's so important to me. For like Patreon, if it gets annoying, I mean, I'm talking to my patrons right now, but for other people, I always worry if it gets annoying that I'm always talking about Patreon, but it's so important to me because it allows me more time to work on stuff like this. Like I can take 2 days off of work a week just to film and edit my videos and write my blog posts and stuff like that, because it takes me so long to edit my videos because I'm trying to make them look better and put more time into them, and you know, that usually means more time editing. So and I mean, it's a lot of time, and I I don't count like rendering and exporting as part of the hour. So because there's so much, or English, because there's so many effects and like little like graphics and things on top of all my clips, like you see, I don't know if you can see the color at the top of the clips. You have to render all of that. So like, you know, it looks like smooth and cohesive. I think that's what rendering does. I don't remember from my editing class. Oh, here I am editing in another clip. Yeah, you saw I was buzzing through. There was like clips from other movies and stuff. That's what I mean. Like I just do it all in one recording. So I don't have to have like 7 or 8 different recordings for all my videos. It's just too much. Lazy is my aesthetic. Vicky 2018. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you have to render all of that, and then of course exporting. And I feel like the more stuff I put into my video, like the more graphics and effects, the longer it takes to render, the longer it takes to export. So I don't count that as part of the time to edit the video. So if it takes an hour to edit a video, to get it to the point of rendering, it probably takes about 20 minutes to render, maybe 30. And then exporting, I usually export all of my videos at the end of the day. Like, you can't see, but I have another Adobe application open. It's called Media Encoder. And what you do, instead of going to export at the end of your video, you hit Q and it goes into Media Encoder, like literally in a queue, like in a line. You can see all your videos that you add on there, and then you just start the queue and it exports all of your videos, just like goes one right after the other. And typically there's anywhere between like 4 and 8 videos in there. Well, now that I've split my editing to 2 days, it's more like 3 to 4 videos each time. That usually takes about an hour, maybe an hour 30 to export all of that. Yeah. And Monday and Tuesday, this is usually the time where I reply to my comments when I'm waiting for stuff to render and export, because I got a lot of downtime. I typically edit my cover photos before I even start editing my videos, just because according to Adobe, Media Encoder is not supposed to slow anything else down when it's exporting your videos, but that's kind of a lie. And it makes Photoshop super laggy and buggy if I am, you know, exporting or rendering anything while I'm trying to edit a photo. So I usually just edit all my cover photos at once, because I can do that rather quickly. I would say it takes me less than an hour to edit all my cover photos for the week. So I just get that out of the way. So in my downtime, while I'm waiting for stuff to render and export, I'm usually replying to comments. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if this is a glitch. It looked fine when I did it. Sometimes Adobe just messes up like that. Or if you're even seeing this red screen that I'm seeing right now. If you are, I apologize. The only thing you're missing is me adding in my little movie ratings graphic where it shows like IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, and that's something I made in After Effects. So kind of the same deal with my question of the video, where I just drag it in and then I add the text with it to correlate with whatever the movie ratings are for that particular movie. And then my end screen, again, made in After Effects, I just drag it in and I don't add anything until obviously I go to YouTube to add in all the little like clickable things. And that's all I did, and add in my outro music, which was also made by my brother. That's all you're missing. Sorry that I don't know if it's the thing. I don't know if this is just a little like glitch on Adobe's end. Sometimes this happens and then you go back after you render it and the clip is fine. So I don't know if you're seeing anything right now. If you're just seeing red, sorry. I'm also seeing red because I'm annoyed at Adobe right now for doing this to me. Hopefully this was at least a little bit interesting. This is going to be such a long video. I'm so sorry. If it gives you some idea of how I edit my videos each week, this is pretty much what I do for every video. I thought I would do a movie review because I do mostly those. Obviously I do things slightly differently if it's like a favorites video or a discussion topic or what have you, but a lot of the elements are the same. If I do a transition, I do the same thing. If I use a clip from a movie, do the same thing. So hopefully it was at least a little interesting. Sorry I'm not an expert in editing and stuff. And thank you for watching and listening. And I will see you guys in the next video.